Namaste to all. A very important question. Today I felt very bad and disheartened to hear Acharya Prashant. So many people follow him. He was saying that in Bhagavad Gita, Yajna means surrendering your actions to Almighty God, but also added that Yajna done using wood and ghee is the most gross form of prayer. He said that the air does not get purified with it, and he made a joke that if Amazon forest is caught fire, then if you pour ghee into it, then the whole planet will be purified or not. He was joking like that. So it's a very bad comment by Acharya Prashant. I know so many millions of people follow him. But we must understand Acharya Prashant is not a Pramanik Vyakti. He is neither a Tapasvi nor a Rishi nor a Muni. We cannot consider his words as Pramanik. If he says something from Gita, we must verify what is that Gita is saying. Yes, Yajna means para upakar, sabse uttam karma. Yajna also means surrendering to Paramatma. Yajna has so many meanings. Yajna is a very gross word in Vedas. So many meanings are there for Yajna. And one of the meaning of Yajna is also doing Agnihotra and putting ghee ahuti, samagri ahuti in the burning fire every day. And Paramatma very clearly says in the Vedas. In fact, I was reading Satyartha Prakash chapter number 4, the family life, page number 170, English book says very clearly, Sayam Sayam Grihapatirno Agnihi Pratah Pratah Somanasya Data, Pratah Pratah Grihapatirno Agni Sayam Sayam Somanasya Data. This is Atharveda mantra, where Paramatma very clearly says that the Homa here means Agnihotra, performed in the evening, and the articles burnt therein continue their beneficial effect of purifying air up to morning. The substances burnt in the morning homa maintain the purity of the air up to evening and are conducive to strength, wisdom and health. This is the words of Paramatma in Atharveda, where Maharishi very clearly quotes the mantra from Atharveda. So see, Praman has to be from Vedas, and Maharishi is a Pramanik Vyakti, and Maharishi very clearly says, Paramatma says that you must do Agnihotra in the evening. Evening Agnihotra will purify the air and it will protect you until morning. Morning Agnihotra will again purify the air, and the substances are conducive to your wisdom, to your strength and to your health, and it will protect you until evening. Paramatma says do Agnihotra twice every day, and Acharya Prashant says no, it is gross form of prayer, and he is making joke. We cannot consider Acharya Prashant as Pramanik Vyakti. And also see, one more Veda mantra I was learning this morning is first chapter of Ajurveda, Agnehe Tanurasi Vacho Visarjanam Devavitaye Tva Granami Brihad Gravasi Vanaspatya Sa Idam Devebhyo Havihi Shamishwa Sushmi Shamishwa Havishkridehi Havishkridehi. Paramatma says, जब मनुष्य वेद आदि शास्त्रों के द्वारा यज्ञ क्रिया और उसका फल जान के शुद्धि और उत्तमता के साथ यज्ञ को करते हैं. See, first of all, Paramatma very clearly says, you must do Agnihotra by understanding Ved Adi Shastra. Acharya Prashant, does he know Vedas? Does he know Shastras? Has he studied any Adhyay? Has he done any Adhyayana of Vedas? No. Whatever he has spoken on Vedas is based on his little bookish knowledge. He is not a Sanskrit scholar. Paramatma says, when you do Yajna Kriya after understanding the benefits of Yajna, then only you will have Shraddha, right? Today, people have Shraddha on their own Paramatma. Like, somebody is having so much of faith on Allah. Somebody is having so much of faith on Jesus. Somebody is having so much of faith on Sri Krishna. How? Based on the analysis of the benefit of that Upasana, right? So similarly, Paramatma says, first of all, understand the benefit of Agnihotra from the Vedas and the Shastras. And Agnihotra will purify the atmosphere. Paramatma says, Shuddhi और उत्तमता के साथ यज्ञ को करते हैं, तब वह सुगंधी आदि पदार्थों के होम द्वारा परमाणु अर्थात अति सूक्ष्म होकर वायु और वृष्टि जल में विस्तृत हुआ सब पदार्थों को उत्तम करके दिव्य सुखों को उत्पन्न करता है. So Paramatma says, when you do Agnihotra is done like, you have a family, sit together and do Agnihotra. You don't need to waste your resources. Paramatma never asks us to waste our resources. So all the people sit together and do Agnihotra, and when you do Agnihotra, he says that Paramatma says, it will purify the Vayu, the atmosphere, it will purify the air, it will purify the vrishti jal, it will go up to the mega, up to the clouds. Vrishti jal means the water that is going to, rain in the season. That will also get purified. And when pure rain comes, everything will become pure. And that what Paramatma says, you must do Agnihotra by Sugandhadi Padarth. Agnihotra is not like, burning Amazon forest is not Agnihotra. Please understand. Agnihotra has, we must add such a Padarth in the Agnihotra which is creating Sugandh inside your house. When you do Agnihotra, you will feel pleasant smell. When something is having pleasant smell, understand that it is giving you good health, and it will give you good vibration also to you. Amazon forest, if it's burning, no Vidwan will go and pour ghee there. It is burning due to natural activity, right? Why? Any forest, there will be forest fire every year in every country. It is burning due to natural activity. That is not Agnihotra. Agnihotra is a effort human beings are I am doing an effort to create this Agni. Like, in the ancient days, the Agni is not created by lighting matchbox. They will do Agni Manthan. That's a very difficult effort. And that's why, a person who is doing Agnihotra, he protects the fire as if it's his own child, because it's very difficult to bring that fire. Today, it's in 1 second, I just light my matches and then I do Agnihotra. And the Shraddha, when you compare a Shraddha of Agnihotri like me and a person who is doing Agni Manthan, the Shraddha will be very different, because he knows the effort that is needed to light the Agni. He will have more Shraddha towards Agni. That's what, Rishi Muni always says, Agni Manthan karo. When you do Agni Manthan and then create the fire, your affection, your affinity and affection towards Agnihotra will be 1,000 times more. But anyways, even if you do with matchbox, I'm not saying that, everybody can do Agni Manthan. I cannot do it. But okay, even if you do with the matchbox and then you light the fire, focus your thoughts on the mantra and never get, this person, this lady, this sister who has mailed me, she is a Shraddhavan, I know it. But when somebody listens to Acharya Prashant, who is also my channel viewer, they will get doubt, why we should do Agnihotra? These are all unscientific, they will say. Paramatma says in the Vedas, जो मनुष्य सब प्राणियों के सुख के अर्थ पूर्वोक्त 3 प्रकार के यज्ञ को नित्य करता है, उसको सब मनुष्य हविष्कृत अर्थात यह यज्ञ का विस्तार करने वाला उत्तम मनुष्य है, ऐसा बारंबार कहकर सत्कार करें. So when you do Agnihotra and when you do your intention of Agnihotra is para upakar, not for your selfish reasons. Of course, selfish reason is also inside hidden, but your karma is benefiting the whole world. And then Paramatma says everybody will start respecting you also. And you in your daily karma also, apart from Agnihotra time, we must become a Paraupakari Vyakti. Then, everybody will start, respecting you. And you are not doing Agnihotra for others' respect. You are doing Agnihotra for Paramatma Upasana. And Paramatma says in Atharveda mantra, he says, in the same mantra what I read from Maharishi's Satyartha Prakash, Paramatma says in this mantra, मनुष्य को परमेश्वर की उपासना, विद्वानों के सत्संग और अग्निहोत्र के अनुष्ठान से स्वास्थ्य बढ़ाकर धन वृद्धि करनी चाहिए. सो अग्निहोत्र रोज करना चाहिए. And yesterday I was reading Chanakya Niti, where in one of the shloka Acharya Chanakya says, Agnihotra ke bina, without Agnihotra your Veda Adhyan will not have any phal. You cannot understand Vedas also. Agnihotra is an inherent and important part of Veda Adhyan. Agnihotra is an important part of your spiritual growth. Of course, I am living in Dubai, I am living in Middle East, I am living in Iran, Iraq, I cannot do Agnihotra. That's a different case. Okay, fine, you are living there, you cannot do Agnihotra there due to their restrictions in their country. Then you focus on Paramatma, Dhyan, Upasana, etc. But when you start Agnihotra, the Dhyan, Upasana also will be, getting more, you will be able to do more Dhyan, Upasana daily. And also see, Bhagavad Gita says Yajna means, Acharya Prashant was saying, Bhagavad Gita says Yagnya means surrendering your actions to Almighty God. But which Almighty God? Almighty God is, yeah, it is right. His explanation is right. But which Almighty God? Almighty God is the only one Almighty God which is mentioned in the Vedas. And Vedas says that you must do Agnihotra. So surrendering your actions to Almighty God means doing actions as per Vedas. So Acharya Prashant, in fact, he does not know, he is contradicting his own words because he does not know Vedas. See, Bhagavad Gita, I was reading 3 by 15. It says, Sri Krishna says, Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Brahma Akshara Samudbhavam Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. The duties which are prescribed in the all the Kartavya Karma, the duties of the human beings are prescribed in the Vedas, and Vedas are emanating from that Paramatma himself. So surrendering yourselves to Paramatma means following the Vedic injunctions. Vedic Agya in our life is called a surrenderance, right? Which Acharya Prashant is not aware. He wants to make a joke and then attract people. And then he is speaking against Agnihotra and Vedas and Bhagavad Gita unknowingly. He is a Murkh Vyakti, foolish person. If Acharya Prashant can come and somebody was asking, can you debunk Acharya Prashant? Yes, I can. If he comes and talk to a person like me, I have very little Vedic knowledge, but I can debunk him. Debunk in the, not in the sense that I will do bezati to him. I can explain to him, this is the Vedic dharma which I have learned from my Acharya, and you want to learn something, please go to my Acharya, or please go to a person like my Acharya. You are calling yourself as Acharya, but you are speaking against Vedas, is not right. Then you must call yourself as Prashant. You are not Acharya Prashant, you are Prashant only. So he is not authority to say that Agnihotra is a joke, it is a gross form of prayer. It is not. Gross, any prayer will become gross and subtle based on our Shraddha. Please understand. I forgot the Upanishad reference. The same prayer, the same Agnihotra will become gross and subtle and sukshma based on your Shraddha. With the same Agnihotra somebody attains moksha, with the same Agnihotra somebody does not attain moksha. Because for that person who is not attaining moksha, it is a gross form of prayer. The same person who is attaining moksha, it's a subtle and sukshma prayer, because he understands the Shraddha Bhavana in the Agnihotra. So he cannot say that this is gross form of prayer. No. Gross and subtle and sukshma is defined by our Shraddha, is defined by our understanding of Vedas, it is defined by our Vedadhyaya. That we must understand. I hope this video clarified your doubt. And also other person has commented, no sir, it's burning mango wood will create a lot of problems in the atmosphere. No, burning mango wood is a Vedic Agya, and burning means, don't use the word burning. English does not have a right words for it. It's called as Agnihotra. Home karo. Burning is a very ganda word. Home karna is a pious word. So and you are not burning like a forest of wood. You are burning, the homa is done with 3 or 4 wood pieces, that's it. And little amount of ghee, little amount of samagri, and then you are chanting Gayatri mantra, you are chanting other Veda mantra with your eyes closed, with the focus on Paramatma, with utmost Shraddha Bhavana, with the focus on the meaning of the mantra. Then this Agnihotra will take you towards moksha. Acharya Prashant cannot stand in front of Vedas and Veda Vidya. He cannot stand. And even the whole world believes him. Even let the whole world believe him. But Paramatma's knowledge is supreme, and we must worship and respect Paramatma's words of the Vedas. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.